Oh! Professor HT likes lenses that have automatic covers. Professor HT, my trusty camera operator, said I only have 3 minutes battery, but I do have a backup battery. I'm going to talk about the JVC 2014 lineup. Basically, you've got a couple different changes here. The JVC now, they're carrying over the 46 model, which is a 1080p projector from 2013, so that's not going to be anything new. But in 2014, they have a new one called the JVC RS4910, and that is a huge step up from the 46U because you're talking it has 4K, so you got this E-shift technology with 4K, and you got a native contrast ratio of 600,000 to 1. So you got really good step up there. The next step up from there is the 57, which is 1.2 million to 1 contrast, and then you go up to the 67, the RS-67, and the RS-6710, which is 1.5 million to 1. That's very good technology. They will all have the same inputs, 2 HDMI in the back. On the list prices on these projectors, the 4910 will start at $5,200, the 57 at $8,000, the 67 will be at $12,000, and the 6710 will be at $12,500. The 67 and the 6710 both have a lamp included, an extra lamp, and it's a 5-year, I believe, 5-year warranty. The other key difference is the basically you've got a little bit more contrast. As you step up in models with JVC, the contrast ratio does increase. I believe the sweet spot on the projector is you would want to probably start at the 4910 and go to the 50 or the 57. If you've got a lot of money and you're not caring about price as much, you could go up to the 67 or 6710. The 4910 has a 3-year warranty, and this 57 has a 2-year warranty. So there you have it. The JVC lineup is very well made, and the 57 is a very good indicator that we're going to show today of the entire lineup. Professor HT for JVC and htmarket.com. What I want to do is show you though the key setup option, and that's called the lens control, and that's that button right there called lens control. And I'm going to hit that button, and you're going to see some green lines appear on the screen. And the first green line you're going to see is the focus button, and you're going to use the up and down menu keys. Basically, this is the up and down to focus the projector. Now it's on pretty good focus right now, but I'll show it out of focus. Right, that's out of focus. See it blurring, and then I'm going to focus it back in with looks pretty clear, like you're on an eye test at the optometrist or something. The next thing to do, I pretty much have it almost set up square on the screen, but I'm going to show you the other controls. This is the zoom lens. Now I'm going to zoom. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit more, and I'm going to zoom it out. Try to get it right on the screen. That's pretty good. And then you're looking at, see, these lines are very helpful in adjusting right on the screen. Now this isn't, you have now the next function is really key, is called, hold on, I gotta hit the right key, I gotta hit the light key. Shift it's called. Now shift, you can go lens up or down. This I can move left, see? And the lens moves left or right. Or this way. It's very easy to set up a JVC. None of the projectors in the $1,000, $2,000, even $3,000 range, for the most part, will have this, except maybe the low-end JVC, which is around $3,000. And that will have it, but I haven't seen a lot of projectors with this type of setup technology. So I'm going to hit lens control. Oh yeah, shift down or up. So it's very easy to control alignment on the projector. And all you're doing is hitting the lens control to go through the different lens options. The remote, there's something called the lens memory, and this is very important because you can set up certain lens presets. So like I've already adjusted all the zoom, focus, and everything. Now I can take this and I can I'll change the memory name. No, you can make it a name. It's just called memory 1 here. But you could say Professor setup lens 1. Basically, you can lock down the lens here if you want, so nobody can adjust the lenses like your kids or your grandparents or your wife or your dog. Pretty smart dog to do that. Still going through the menu here. This is the information. Basically, it tells you you're on HDMI 1, you got a 1080p source, which is a DVD called The Dark Knight. You got 12-bit color. There's 2 hours on the lamp. So this is a demo. And then we can go through these menu functions as we go through. You got your screen trigger on the bottom there. It's called trigger. That you could just put on if you have a screen trigger. And a screen trigger is if you have an electric screen. Projector goes on and this screen would go up maybe. And then you could use eco mode, which is just using less battery light. And that would just go, you turn that on. And if you have a network, you could set it up on a network too. And then you've got display, you've got your colors, you got everything else, your language. You know, if you're a different language, you can change the language. Pretty much got everything here. Installation, we went through some of this. You got pixel, we got front projection. We're basically using front. You can go through these. If you want a ceiling mount, you can just ceiling mount either front or rear is behind the projector screen. You won't usually use that for the home theater installations. And then you got Keystone Adjustment, which is kind of up and down to the side. There's a pin cushion, an anamorphic. Anamorphic is just for anamorphic lens. If you had a panamorph lens, you would basically hit this function on. Input signal is your input level is basically if you turn on your DVD player and you're on HDMI 1 for that, it'll set it up exactly for that. It'll just basically sense that there's a DVD player on and turn it to that signal. So you can basically run through, and then your aspect ratio is 16:9. Progressive is basically your video processing tool that will double resolution. This is a 4K projector, so we'll upscale to 4K on 1080p sources. I'm going to run through the other part. I'm back up there. This is your picture adjustment, your color temperature. This is mainly for professionals, people that know what they're doing. There's the picture mode, that's what I'm in already. There's little buttons that'll do that for you. And then we're back to information. So what we're going to do is run through some sources. I'm going to show you a demo of the JVC RS57U. This is going to be shown on a Stewart film screen, Studio Tech 130 Visionary electric screen. A very good screen, top of the line screen. So it's going to show this projector off pretty well. I have it on the pause mode. I'm just going to let this speak for itself. I'm going to hit play. Turn out the lights. This is a scene that really shows off the contrast fairly well because you've got a very nice dark scene. It's using the entire screen. Remember, The Dark Knight was shown in IMAX theaters so that it shows the top and bottom of the screen in certain scenes. And then it'll go to the native 2.25:1 aspect ratio in other scenes. This is a good scene to show off. This is lighter out, very film-like. I wouldn't be able to tell if I was at the movies or at home or where I am. Remember, this is a 4K projector. It's showing it in 1080p.
去看一看。樓下大堂塞唔塞到？
I don't really understand the language, but you get the picture. Oh, Batman. subwoofer is actually rattling some of my cabin. I gotta get that down.
警车在哪？他们要来了，我们已经付给他们钱，他们还不来。
Thank God for subtitles. Yeah, the depth of this picture is awesome. The cinematography in this movie
scourge
is
of
awesome.
the underworld.
You got some very good flesh
by the
tones.
Trust Fund Brigade.
Close-ups are great.
Rachel, a little liquid courage, Mr.
Basically, you got two HDMI's, a Ethernet, your 3D sync, your screen trigger, and an RS-232, and you have a power cord. No leg. Some golf here. I like to get out for a round or two here and there. And so I always like to demo golf shots. Believe it or not, professors do get out of the office and they do play a little golf here and there. So you got ladies golf, very good HD coverage. So the JVC looks good on TV as it does with DVD.
That one hard.
And that's a good little shot, a little run out though.
That, no spin out of that rough.
No spin.
We've seen players, it's difficult.
There's no spin zone here, as they say on the Fox network. From the old Castle series here, TNT. TNT does not mean explosives, just so you don't know.
Which means it
TBS is an explosive material. RS57 is a great projector for whether you're watching movies, TV, sports, or video games for that matter. JVC, hdmarket.com. How's it look on this thing?
Great.